What up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ with VisionEyeViewTV Shorts, and in today's episode, the headlines read: Kendrick Lamar's limited edition anti-smartphone sells out in a day. Before we get right into it, as always, I'd like to remind you guys there is a scrolling banner below me with many different ways of, allowing you to bless myself, my family, or the team on this channel, or the channel itself. Um, as always, you don't have to, but if you can and want to, just read that information in the scrolling banner below me and take action upon so. That being said, let's get right into it because we do try to deliver these news articles to you guys in about 5 minutes or less. So this is by Euronews.com. Um, it says over here, Pulitzer Prize-winning American rapper and songwriter Kendrick Lamar has entered the tech space with a collaboration on the PG Lang Light Phone 2, a limited edition mobile phone developed through Dave Free's company and the technology company Light. It is marketed as just a phone and a less distracting alternative to other modern designs, part of the trend that sees more mainstream support for dumb phones, which are less smart and more practical devices. The minimalistic phone has no web browser. You can call, text, and set an alarm. You can also use add-on tools that include a music player, notes, calculator, directions, which I think they mean GPS system or navigation system, and a language tool that acts as a magic 8 ball. Users are invited to ask the pared down phone a question and shake it to find out an answer. The sleek new device released last week sold out in a matter of minutes, hardly surprising considering the 36-year-old's rapper's clout and the fact that the phones were restricted to just 250 models. Light phones offer minimalistic experiences without apps or color, with the intention to see people more present in real life and less dependent on their devices. It is in line with the ethos of the Light brand, which describes itself as an alternative to the tech monopolies that are fighting more and more aggressively for our time and attention. Dumb phones have been particularly popular with Gen Zers and millennials who are dumping their smartphones for less complex and much cheaper options. Indeed, the growing trend of people returning to simpler, more classic phones is something of a retro revolution and a refreshing alternative to the dangers of doom scrolling. As Exploding Topics reports, globally people average 6 hours and 58 minutes of screen time per day, an increase of nearly 50 minutes per day since 2013. And as if that wasn't alarming enough, a study conducted last year by the Lower Stand University of Medical Sciences concluded that excessive smartphone use is strongly correlated with increased anxiety, stress levels, especially among students. Rediscovering the pleasures of the offline world also harks back to a sentiment of nostalgia for aging millennials, a trip down memory lane that Gen Zers, the generation that grew up in front of the screens, appears to be fascinated by. For them, the offline past becomes a reminiscent of a time when life seemed simpler and more carefree. Last year, HMD Global, the maker of Nokia phones, reported that tens of thousands of its flip and slide phones were sold every month. We see that the market for flip phones is up 5%. Lars Silberboer, Chief Marketing Officer of Nokia Phones and HMD Global, told Euronews. We've doubled our market share in the last year of flip phones, which is quite important for us, and we see that it's now picking up in Europe. Silverboer added, I think the trend is really about people taking control of their own lives, of their own digital lives. And there's the phone right there. Um, I will say, um, I do have to kind of sort of lightly congratulate Kendrick Lamar for being a part of this. Whether or not the intention is genuine, we'll never know. But the fact that he's a part of that kind of trend and optimistic view of life, with just having the phone for what it really should be, calling, messaging, stuff like that, then I'm for that. Obviously, I'm not going to support him personally with him and his music because we all know, as we see in that picture, who he pretty much is. What's the word I'm looking for? Blaspheming against. So as far as like his music and stuff goes, I'll never back him up. But as far as like this specific matter, then hey, kudos to him in that area. Good for him. But I think it's very interesting, and I think it's something that definitely should become more common, or at the very least, an average option for the average phone user. You should have like your smartphone options if you want it, but if you want to just call and text and just for the simple stuff, you should have that option as well. And that option should be a lot more affordable than a smartphone. It's only reasonable. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know your opinions. I'm genuinely curious to know what you guys think. But yeah, that's it for this episode. And this is JDQ with Vision Eye View TV Shorts. And until next time, peace out.